Dr. Bertrand DELORME is the head of emergency services in a hospital in the small town of Doullens in northern France. With limited resources, staff have adapted the hospital to treat coronavirus patients.
We've used plastic sheeting to create separate spaces to reduce the risk of infections.
More than 20,000 people have died in France since the start of the health crisis. The death toll rises each day, but the number of patients in intensive care is slowly diminishing. The French government says from May 11th it'll loosen the strict lockdown, but Dr. DELORME says it'll be a while until this hospital is back to normal.
The last months have been exhausting. In my department, 2 doctors and several nurses had coronavirus. We've had no visibility on when the crisis will end or how long we'll have to work like this, because for us, deconfinement doesn't mean the end of the coronavirus emergency.
The French government hasn't provided details of its deconfinement plan. Those are expected at the end of April. Nevertheless, some businesses are getting ready. Managers at this car factory have put in place protective measures for workers in case production is permitted to resume.
Staff will have their temperature taken, and if it's too high, they will not be allowed onto the site.
Until the French government reveals its full deconfinement strategy, many people in France feel simply uncertain about their futures. They don't know when they're going to be able to go back to work, when schools like this one will reopen, or when it will be possible to once again walk in the streets freely without a permit. While some people are looking forward to restrictions being eased, others are cautious.
I think it might be a danger for the old people because they might catch the virus.
It's possible to do, but only if people wear masks and with strict conditions.
The government says that life in France after the lockdown will not be the same as before. And for months to come, people will have to take precautions until a way is found to control or stop the spread of coronavirus. In Doullens Hospital, staff know that the crisis is far from over. Natacha, Butler, Jazeera, Montmoreau, France.